What's up, everyone? Welcome to FilmSpot, and today we will be talking about best upcoming movies. The name's Villeneuve, Denis Villeneuve. The visionary director behind Dune is officially taking on one of cinema's most iconic legacies, James Bond. In a thrilling announcement that has fans buzzing, Amazon MGM Studios confirmed that Villeneuve will helm the next chapter in the Bond saga. This marks the first Bond film since the studio took creative control from the Broccoli family, and they're making a bold statement with this appointment. Villeneuve, the French-Canadian maestro known for his breathtaking storytelling and world-building in Arrival, Blade Runner 2049, and the Dune series, says he's been a Bond fan since childhood. "To me, he's sacred territory," Villeneuve said. "It's a huge honor and a massive responsibility." Producers Amy Pascal and David Heyman, determined to reboot the franchise with fresh energy, sought a director before casting the next 007. With Villeneuve on board, expectations are sky high. Villeneuve edged out an impressive shortlist that included Edgar Wright and Jonathan Nolan. Though no release date is confirmed, Bond fans can likely expect a 2027 debut after Villeneuve wraps up Dune Part 3. One thing certain, with Villeneuve at the helm, the next Bond film could be the boldest yet. Is the Transformers franchise about to roll out for good? At BotCon 2025, director Josh Cooley dropped a bombshell. Paramount has no plans for a Transformers 1 sequel. Despite being hyped as a bold animated reboot, the prequel only pulled in $129 million globally on a $75 million budget, a disappointing performance that may have sealed its fate. Fans aren't shocked, but they are concerned. The long-rumored Transformers G.I. Joe crossover with Chris Hemsworth? Still radio silence. Meanwhile, The Wrap reports Paramount's future plans for the franchise remain murky, likely paused amid the Skydance merger drama. Making things worse, Hasbro is backing away from movie financing, focusing instead on Magic the Gathering. With Rise of the Beasts earning a modest $441 million, far from the Michael Bay glory days, it's clear the bots aren't booming like they used to. But it's not game over yet. Hasbro is launching Transformers Cyberworld, a new animated series and toy line arriving July 12th on YouTube. And with Robert Kirkman of The Walking Dead steering the comics via Skybound, the Transformers might just transform again, just not the way fans expected. By the power of Grayskull! Filming has officially wrapped on Masters of the Universe. The long-awaited 2026 reboot just hit a major milestone, and yes, we finally got our first official look at Nicholas Galitzine as He-Man. Well, sort of. In a moody, shadow-drenched photo shared by Galitzine himself, the actor stands in full He-Man armor, sword in hand, his silhouette teasing fans with a powerful presence and classic design straight out of the 1980s toy box. The chest emblem? Still hidden, but the armor and power sword totally faithful. Galitzine, who plays Prince Adam, Eternia's exiled heir turned muscle-bound warrior, called the role the honor of a lifetime in a heartfelt statement. He thanked the cast and crew after 6 months of intense filming and even posted behind-the-scenes clips of his sword training that fans are eating up. Directed by Bumblebee's Travis Knight, this modern reimagining will show Adam's earthbound exile before reclaiming his destiny to battle Jared Leto's Skeletor. Camila Mendes, who plays Teela, also posted her own BTS moments, calling the experience challenging and unforgettable. The message is clear, He-Man is back, and this time it looks like they finally got it right. The dragons haven't even landed yet, and the franchise is already flying high. With the How to Train Your Dragon live-action adaptation on track for a massive $80 million domestic opening, the biggest in franchise history, Universal has wasted no time greenlighting a sequel. Director Dean DeBlois, who brought the animated trilogy to life, is returning for round 2, and he's hinting at a much heavier story. In a recent interview, DeBlois revealed that the live-action sequel will dive even deeper into the emotional storm of Toothless being weaponized and turned against Hiccup. He calls it a pretty heavy moment in animation and says it'll feel even more intense in live action. And yes, he's still writing the script, but he's watching audience reactions closely before locking anything in. Early signs are promising. The film boasts an A cinema score and a jaw-dropping 98% on Rotten Tomatoes popcorn meter. Fans are loving the grounded visuals and more serious tone, especially the expanded role for Astrid. The sequel, slated for June 11, 2027, could explore some heartbreaking territory: the loss of Hiccup's father, Toothless in captivity, and the arrival of Hiccup's long-lost mother, Valka. If the first film roared, this one might just break hearts. Say goodbye to Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow and say hello to just Supergirl. In a recent chat with Rolling Stone, DC Studios co-head James Gunn confirmed that the upcoming DCU film, starring Millie Alcock as Kara Zor-El, has officially dropped its original comic-inspired title. Now simply titled Supergirl, the movie will still be based on Tom King's acclaimed run, but with a cleaner, more iconic name that signals a shift in DC's approach. Gunn explained the decision, noting he's sick of the superhero title, other name thing, and pointing to his own experience shortening Superman Legacy to just Superman. For Gunn, it's about trimming the fat, keeping titles bold and timeless, and avoiding nostalgia trips. As he puts it, if the DC Universe is about moving forward, the titles should reflect that energy. This change also hints at a bigger trend: the new DCU is going back to basics. Superman, Supergirl, Batman, starting each hero's journey with a strong, standalone identity. While future sequels might add subtitles later, the message is clear: this is a fresh start and these heroes are ready to take center stage. No extra labels needed. The Dune universe is about to get a massive upgrade. Denis Villeneuve's highly anticipated Dune Messiah is officially leveling up, with Deadline confirming 2 huge new castings that hint at a major time jump in the story. Nakoa Wolf-Momoa and Ida Brooke will play Leto II and Ghanima Atreides, the legendary twins of Paul Atreides and Chani. Their inclusion means the third film won't just explore Dune Messiah, it may even dive into Children of Dune, jumping years ahead in the timeline. In Frank Herbert's epic lore, Leto II and Ghanima are no ordinary kids. Born pre-born due to their mother's exposure to spice, they possess full ancestral memories from the moment they arrive, giving them knowledge far beyond their years. This move signals that Villeneuve's adaptation is going for scale, stakes, and spice-fueled depth. Returning stars Chalamet and Zendaya will be joined by Florence Pugh, whose Princess Irulan will reportedly get a much larger role. Anya Taylor-Joy's mysterious Aaliyah and Jason Momoa's resurrection as Duncan Idaho's Gola also promise high drama. And yes, rumors are swirling about Robert Pattinson entering as the shape-shifting Scytale. Dune Messiah hits theaters December 18, 2026, and it's shaping up to be a cosmic showdown like no other. The world's most iconic spy may have found a fresh face. Rumors are heating up that Rebel Ridge star Aaron Pierre is being considered to take up the mantle of James Bond in Amazon MGM's long-awaited reboot of the franchise. According to insider scooper Daniel Rickman, Pierre is on the radar, though no official meetings or confirmations have surfaced just yet. Pierre, 31, has been quietly climbing the Hollywood ranks, with standout roles in Old, Krypton, and The Underground Railroad. He's also set to co-lead HBO and DC's Lanterns as Green Lantern Jon Stewart, making him no stranger to big-budget legacy roles. Amazon MGM Studios made waves earlier this year by tapping producing heavyweights Amy Pascal and David Heyman to lead Bond's cinematic future. With Daniel Craig's era closed out in No Time to Die, all eyes are now on who will carry the torch. While fans long championed Idris Elba for the role, Pierre's name adds an exciting new twist, especially with Amazon's internal memo confirming Bond will remain male and British, a box Pierre checks with ease. Production could begin as early as next year. The mission? Redefine Bond for a bold new generation. Get ready to voyage once more, because Moana 3 might already be on the horizon. According to trusted insider Daniel RPK, Disney has quietly begun early production on the third installment of the beloved Moana franchise. While the House of Mouse hasn't officially confirmed it yet, the buzz behind the scenes is growing louder, and fans are already speculating what adventures await. The original Moana was an instant classic, capturing hearts with its fearless heroine, breathtaking visuals, and unforgettable soundtrack. Moana 2, released in 2024, proved lightning could strike twice, introducing fan-favorite characters like Moana's little sister, Saimea, and raking in over $1 billion at the global box office. With that kind of momentum, a third chapter feels inevitable. Still, not everyone is cheering. While fans on X are excitedly predicting storylines, others are wary of Disney milking the franchise. One viral post reads, "This movie shouldn't be a franchise, but leave it to Disney." As of now, there's no word on cast, plot, or release dates, but if history is any indicator, Moana 3 will be another major wave in Disney's animated legacy. Official confirmation might be just around the reef. The MCU just got a whole lot bloodier. Jon Bernthal is officially bringing Frank Castle, the Punisher, into the big leagues, joining Spider-Man Brand New Day, Tom Holland's highly anticipated fourth Spidey film. After a gritty Netflix debut in Daredevil and his own fan-favorite series, Bernthal returns with brutal force, now punching his way into Peter Parker's world for the first time on the big screen. Directed by Destin Daniel Cretton, Brand New Day picks up after the emotional finale of No Way Home, where Peter is now a complete stranger to MJ and Ned. It's a clean slate and one that's about to get messy. With Spider-Man swinging solo again, the Punisher's arrival brings a darker tone and the promise of serious street-level chaos. Holland teased a fresh start, and Cretton says the team is crafting something emotional, explosive, and unlike anything Spidey fans have seen before. Spider-Man Brand New Day hits theaters July 31st, 2026. Paramount Plus just made crime drama fans very happy. Mobland is officially returning for a second season. After racking up over 26 million viewers and topping charts globally, the gritty UK-set gangster series starring Tom Hardy, Helen Mirren, and Pierce Brosnan is coming back for more chaos, betrayal, and bloodshed. Paramount co-CEO Chris McCarthy called it a resounding triumph, with Season 1 hitting #1 in the UK and still climbing. Originally pitched as a Ray Donovan spin-off, Mobland evolved into its own beast, thanks to Top Boy creator Ronan Bennett, executive producer Jez Butterworth, and director Guy Ritchie. It also reunited Ritchie and Hardy for the first time since Rock'n'Rolla, and fans couldn't get enough of Hardy's dangerously charming fixer, Harry D'Souza. Season 1, starring the Harrigan crime empire, led by Mirren's ruthless Maeve and Brosnan's icy Conrad, enter an all-out turf war with the brutal Stevenson gang. Now, with alliances fraying and family ties splintering, Season 2 promises to up the stakes in every direction. No cast confirmations yet, but with production expected to move faster this time, Mobland Season 2 could hit screens as soon as late 2025. One thing's certain, the streets of London aren't getting any safer. It's official, Marvel Studios has tapped Thunderbolts director Jake Schreier to lead the long-awaited X-Men reboot. After weeks of speculation and whispers, the confirmation comes courtesy of none other than Black Panther's Ryan Coogler, putting to rest any doubt that Schreier is the man assembling Marvel's team of mutant icons for their MCU debut. The announcement is already stirring debate. While Thunderbolts earned praise from critics, its box office stumble left fans questioning if Schreier is the bold visionary needed for such a high-stakes project. Still, Marvel seems confident, and with Kevin Feige teasing the mutant saga as the next major MCU chapter, expectations are sky-high. Casting rumors are already flying. Names like Harris Dickinson, Margaret Qualley, Julia Butters, and Alien Romulus breakout David Johnson are reportedly on Marvel's radar. Jack Champion has even addressed the buzz around him potentially playing Cyclops. Other rumored picks include Hunter Schafer as Mystique, Ayo Edebiri as Storm, and Javier Bardem as Mr. Sinister. The script, originally penned by Hunger Games Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes writer Michael Leslie, may still evolve. No release date is set yet, but the Age of Mutants is officially underway. Get ready, kaiju fans! Godzilla x Kong Supernova is officially rolling cameras, and the MonsterVerse is about to go intergalactic. Filming is underway in Brisbane, Australia, where city streets have been transformed into a war-torn London for the explosive sequel to Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire. New behind-the-scenes footage shows chaos erupting as background actors flee from what's clearly a massive Titan-level threat. Dan Stevens was spotted filming a high-stakes action sequence, though details about his role remain tightly under wraps. Even more intriguing, a first look at Matthew Modine in military gear has fans speculating that he's linked to G-Force, a legendary anti-kaiju defense force from classic Godzilla lore. That, combined with the cryptic logos and chatter about energy generators, has sparked serious buzz about the arrival of none other than Space Godzilla. The film's title, Supernova, only adds fuel to that cosmic theory, with director Grant Sputore at the helm and a release date set for March 26, 2027. Supernova could bring the monsterverse its most destructive and interstellar villain yet. Brace yourself, something big is coming, and it's not from this planet. Get ready to log back in. Andy Sorkin is rebooting the Facebook story. 15 years after the social network dazzled audiences and bagged 3 Oscars, Sorkin will write and direct The Social Network Part 2 for Sony Pictures. Don't call it a straight sequel. Instead of dorm room betrayals and billion-dollar lawsuits, this chapter plunges into the dark underbelly exposed by the Wall Street Journal's explosive 2021 Facebook files. Expect whistleblower memos, algorithmic rabbit holes, and the tangled web of misinformation that shaped the 2020 election, fueled global unrest, and pushed teens toward the edge. Producing alongside Sorkin are Todd Black, Peter Rice, and Stuart Besser, forming a powerhouse team determined to match or eclipse the original film's $226 million haul and 8 Oscar nominations. And while David Fincher's razor-sharp direction defined the first movie, Sorkin's own resume has grown teeth with Molly's Game, The Trial of the Chicago 7, and Being the Ricardos. Now he's seizing the camera himself to chart big tech's fall from cool to cautionary tale. Sorkin says the Capitol riot was the spark, but insiders insist this isn't a January 6th movie, it's a global reckoning. Scroll-stopping, finger-pointing, and set to make Silicon Valley sweat. Production could begin in early 2026, eyeing a late 2027 theatrical drop worldwide. Explosions incoming! Michael Bay is reportedly gearing up to return to the Transformers franchise. Nearly a decade after his last outing, The Last Night, left critics groaning at the box office, stalling at $605 million. According to Puck News, Bay, now 60, isn't being dragged back by the studio, he wants back in. The man who launched the live-action Transformers saga in 2007 and raked in a staggering $4.3 billion over 5 explosive films is reportedly developing a brand new installment, with the binge writer Jordan Van Dina attached to the script. Whether Bay will direct or serve as a hands-on producer is still uncertain, but insiders say he's heavily invested. The big mystery? No one knows if this film continues Bay's chaotic continuity, jumps into the newer rebooted timeline, or resets the entire saga altogether. And Bay's comeback isn't the only project in the pipeline. Director Josh Cooley is now set to helm a separate live-action Transformers movie, and the much-hyped Transformers and G.I. Joe crossover, starring Chris Hemsworth, is also moving forward. With multiple Transformers projects in the works, Bay's return could reignite the franchise, or blow it up in spectacular fashion. Either way, get ready for mayhem. Stitch is back, and he's not alone. Disney has officially confirmed that Lilo and Stitch 2 is in development, riding the massive wave of success from its live-action remake, which debuted just last month and is already inching toward the $1 billion mark at the global box office. The reveal came in classic Disney style, a playful Instagram video showing Stitch cruising around Walt Disney Studios before stumbling upon the number 2. Translation: sequel time. A 626-day surprise, Disney teased in the post. Should have known he couldn't keep a secret. While details about the sequel's cast, plot, or release date remain under wraps, the announcement isn't a shocker. The 2025 remake opened to huge numbers, over $610 million in just 1 week, and left the door wide open for follow-ups. With Nani moving away to study marine biology and a flicker of alien tech teasing future reunions, the ending all but screamed for a continuation. Plus, eagle-eyed fans spotted cameos from iconic experiments like Angel 624, Reuben 625, and even 627, hinting at deeper dives into the Lilo and Stitch lore. The Ohana is growing, and Disney clearly has big intergalactic plans for this beloved franchise. Stay tuned, Stitch is just getting started. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.